you believe in EVMs?
EVMs are needed.
Many other countries which have thrown away these EVMs and they have gone back to ballot box. And another thing is these EVMs, just a few days ago, 4,000 EVMs were burnt in Calcutta. All these things go to the extent of saying that this is a fraud that is being played on the web.
Okay. See, for a country of ours, okay, let's give a comparison, the UPI. We're all comfortable making payments. Maybe 10 rupees, 10 lakh rupees, we are very comfortable making the payment because we are conscious of it. If money has gone from my account for which I have not paid, I raise alarm. When it comes to electoral system or the BPL cards, when it is not directly affecting me, I keep quiet. So if you're all conscious of the quality issues, conscious of the possible frauds that can be committed, then it can be arrested. So with this system, the way we engage ourselves in some other places, if we engage in this electoral system also, it can improve. If we can engage political parties and we can make them understand the importance of them being non-partisan and by the intent of improving the system together, I would like to see multiple political party representatives coming together and making a presentation to the Election Commission. These are the flaws, these are the problems, and we want to solve it together rather than blaming each other. So the solution is not to throw away the baby with the bathwater, to see that the bathwater is clean before we put the baby in.
No, first thing is, way back in 2008, I still remember Times of India had called voter list as mother of all frauds. It was put. I have a copy of it. And even now, it continues to be the mother of all frauds. The first thing is, if you believe these BLO, now they are the BLOs. In those days, voter list was being prepared by engaging the services of teachers and others.
Yes.
And even in those days, even now, I have followed some of these voter enumerators, they were called. And the moment they look up, they see 20 floors and they sit right there near the security office. They will definitely not go because they don't know whether the lift is working or not. And they don't know whether the house will be locked or not. All those things make them just sit someplace, inquire with neighbors and others, jot down something and bring it back and give it as voter list details. This is the kind of thing that has gone on. That's I never believed that. And the whole thing is unnecessarily blown up.
I have a question here. So when both parties are you saying are lazy and they don't go up and check?
Invariably, I find it because once they go, sometimes they take even their husbands along and even children along to help them to go and find out in that other areas. And they'll be sitting in some park. I've seen that.
Even the parties are the same. They don't care whether the voters list is genuine.
Yes. They are not bothered. What they were interested is only getting some honorarium out of it. Some work has to be done and it is done. This is one thing. Second thing, but sir, is this SIR valid? Is it statute backed? Because we have known about summary revision in November. It was accepted as a norm.
Yeah.
But this special intensive revision, has it got the statute backed?
Yes, SIR is part of the process. Even people went to Supreme Court telling that it should be stopped. Supreme Court said no, it is provided for and it is needed because the electoral roll is in such a bad shape, the SIR is needed. Like, if my health is so poor that I do not know whether I got deficiency of certain vitamins or some thyroid problem, there are many things working in my body. I do not know. I want to have a total scan rather than going and telling the doctor of myself, okay, I got this problem, that problem. I want to have a total health.
Right, so you want to have a good body, right?
Correct. So thematically, there is no doubt I support SIR. Now the problem comes about the process and the sincerity of it. Now I go back to where you started, 2008 to now. BLOs then or now, no enumerator, whatever it is, they don't have it is not their part of duty to fill in the forms. If they have done it fraudulently. The form filling exercise, which has to be signed, the photograph has to be affixed, the proofs have to be given. That is the duty of citizens. Now, if they have done it fraudulently, there is a definite fraud, and the BLAs, even that time, had a duty and privilege to see that it is being done correctly. That they have not done. BLOs, you rightly said, in 2008, what were they getting? 3,000 rupees per year. For the job they did, they were getting 2,008 rupees per year. Sorry, 3,000 rupees per year. They had to take care of 1,200 voters. Still, it is, you know what it is. 2017, it was made 6,000 rupees per year. Now, recently, a few months ago, it has been made 12,000 rupees per year.
This is perfectly all right. I'm not talking about the remuneration aspect. That is secondary for me. Because when it comes to the question of, do you believe in EVMs, sir?
Yes, EVMs are needed.
So there are so many other countries which have thrown away these EVMs and they have gone back to ballot box. And another thing is, these EVMs, just a few days ago, 4,000 EVMs were burnt in Calcutta. All these things go to the extent of saying that this is a fraud that is being played on the web.
Okay. See, for a country of ours, okay, let's give a comparison, the UPI. We're all comfortable making payments. Maybe 10 rupees, 10 lakh rupees, we are very comfortable making the payment because we are conscious of it. If money has gone from my account for which I have not paid, I raise alarm. When it comes to electoral system or the BPL cards, when it is not directly affecting me, I keep quiet. So if you're all conscious of the quality issues, conscious of the possible frauds that can be committed, then it can be arrested. Now, these frauds, again, I want to give an encouraging note. The system which was in 2008 to 2026, there is a huge difference in the electoral roll management system. That time it is all local. Now it is all centralized. That time the digital support was non-existent. Now it is pretty good, not bad. So with good citizen engagement, it can improve further. Like with good citizen engagement, we have got a better GST, we have got a better UPI. Like I remember the days when people slept in the queue in the railway stations to make a reservation from Bombay VT to Bangalore, somebody had to come. The previous night, somebody would go and sleep in the queue to get a reservation. Now we do it in 1 minute or less than that. So a lot of systems have improved in the country. Tax payment, for example, BMP tax in Bangalore took 3 full days to pay. Now it is question of 2 minutes. So where we have implemented it well, things have done well. Where it is not implemented well, we have to participate as citizens and make it better. We cannot say, okay, this EVM is not working very well, stop the EVM, because advanced countries, there are many things we do better than the advanced countries. They are not using EVM. I think even if you have the paper ballot, booth capturing was known that time also. Gundagiri was not known that time also. Stuffing the votes was known that time also. It was not, the election was clean and fine before the. So we cannot deflect the problems that we have got to a new system. If the new system is done with a good intent, we have to help to improve it. If there are cases of that nature, the errors will always be there. We cannot say we don't need police force, we don't need the jails, we don't need punishment, we don't need court. We don't have that utopia. So with this system, the way we engage ourselves in some other places, if we engage in this electoral system also, it can improve. Okay, getting back to what I said. Now, the new system, the ERMS, is definitely far better than what it was in 2008. And with a good engagement, Shivani said very clearly that if we can engage political parties and we can make them understand the importance of them being non-partisan and by the intent of improving the system together, I would like to see multiple political party representatives coming together and making a presentation to the Election Commission. These are the flaws, these are the problems, and we want to solve it together rather than blaming each other. So the solution is not to throw away the baby with the bathwater, to see that the bathwater is clean before we put the baby in.
I'd like to add something here. Mr. Jaiprakash Narayan.
Yes, looks at that.
Yeah, looks. At a time when all political parties were taking donations and it was considered illegal or it was considered as a bribe, but everybody knew that money is needed for electioneering. He had gone to each party, made them clear about why it is important to be transparent and make it legal to collect the money. Convinced all the parties and got it passed in the parliament. He has set a very great example on how to deal with such issues.
Yes.
In continuing with the EVMs, there is a school of thought that it can be tampered. For example, technology has improved so much that even sitting at home, just before getting back home, you can just give a ring, and the ringtone will be caught by a computer, and your geyser will be on, your lights will be on, and so many things can be done in an automatic way. Like that, there is a school of thought that just EVMs can be made to continue with the exact system that has been made of and the program written with the same zeal, that if 100 to 200 people, when they press the button, it will go to the party, that is the button which is pressed to that party. And after 200, there is a system, built-in system, that can switch over immediately, and you press any button, it will go to a particular party. This is one of the things that has been going on, and there is every possibility, because if a ringtone can do so many things in my house.
Let me respond a little on this one. Again, we have to talk of possibilities and probabilities. I had a detailed discussion with the CMD of that time Bell, Captain Prabhala, about the design of the EVM. Because of all these big talks, we were together in some discussions. Is it possible to tamper the EVM machine? Its design does not allow tampering. It is not connected to outside world in any way. It is only connected by one wire from one unit to another unit. And they had kept it open for investigation, for inspection, to prove whether there is possibility of tampering. Give us evidence. We want to improve the system. We give credit to the ECI that time. Political parties who kept complaining, no representative came to prove that it is possible. 2 or 3 times it was done, and come home and again claim that EVMs are tampered, EVMs are burned, EVMs are not reliable, VVPATs are on the roads. Yes, let us be watchdogs. If it can be done, let us go with the proof, telling that, okay, we need to participate. See, the system is, any system will improve with our participation. By disconnecting from the system, till the system is bad, I will throw my wastages on the road. But the municipality should make sure the road is clean. EVMs are not good. I will make, but was there any substantial evidence, even when invited, if needed, go again? I know working with the system is not easy at all. I know it for sure. Working with any government office is not easy. But then if you don't engage with them, if only keep blaming, they'll be very happy. Political parties blame each other. ICI is very happy. Okay, the blame is with the political party. I can continue with my inefficiency. President, engage with the election commission and tell, okay, this is bad. This is happening. There's the example, there's the evidence. And political parties, fortunately, have got right to do that. It is part of their duty. Before publishing every new version of the electoral rules, the political parties are called. I do not know whether they go or not, but on the paper, they're called to see that everything is fine with the electoral rule. If there is any objection, if there is any corrections, they have to be heard by the chief electoral officer. How many are doing it? I have sat in several meetings where the political parties came. Again, the talk goes into some other direction. There is no participation to improve the system, but blame the system. So here again, coming back to the EVM, I would like to say that when we are trying to do something better technically, it may not be the perfect thing to start with, but it is for us to improve and make sure, like the passport system, it is working well. Railway reservation system is working well. Banking system, okay, we are fairly happy with that. There are so many things which are happening well in the country, which has reduced the misery index of citizens.
That is if EVMs are good enough, then why many advanced countries have thrown them into the gutters?
So some people visit from USA. Even right now, one of my nephew from USA, he says the digital infrastructure that is in India, this comfort we don't have in the USA. Advanced in what? What kind of war is being fought? Is an advanced mind? It's a sick mind. So let us not quote to somebody else telling just because they are not capable of doing it. Like I was talking to a doctor in the USA government office. He was explaining to me the features of their ERM, electronic medical record, EMR. He said it's so miserable. The doctors are sick of it in the USA. And our electronic medical record systems are definitely better. They come out with the rules, SL7, HIPAA, there are so many rules in the USA about the medical records. But is it followed? Hearing about its feature, they said for 6 months they were tortured in the hospital to adopt to the system. It doesn't mean that a country which is advanced in everything that we have to do, and we have to just follow what they do. We have to do better than them, and which we are doing in many places, and we can do it at much smaller, minuscule cost compared with what they spend. We are achieving far better things, and we are proud of it. My main theme is that we have to engage the system, work sometimes.
Okay, I agree, sir. Why can't we introduce online voting system? Online, vote from where you are. It helps the NRIs also, and it helps the remotest areas also. Like ATM card.
Yes.
For me, ATM money is more important. So when I can give importance to ATM, I can give equal importance to voting also online. With the due diligence and checks and balances, it is possible to have 3, 4 OTPs. The moment I had a note with Mr. Nilakade also. It is possible we can do it. And it is the Election Commission asks us to do online voting system. We can save billions of rupees.
Absolutely.
One example.
I have a concern here. The postal votes are completely rigged. When we are not able to handle postal votes, I'd rather depend on myself going to the voting booth and putting my finger on the EVM rather than depending on a post. Because when out of probably 5 lakh or 10 lakh voters, 30,000 postal votes are being manipulated. I would rather not sit at home and vote. I would rather go stand in the sun for 5 hours, put my vote and come back. I mean, that's my personal opinion.
If your name is in the voter list.
Yes.
This is what is happening in the present.
So the question that you have put is, why can't we vote from home? With that, I'm saying.
Yes, that's right. If our names are there in the voter, you can go and stand in the queue and do it, no problem. If your name itself is being deleted now under SIR, whom to believe? There is a forum which makes me give answer to nearly 31 questions. Should I do it? I get sick of it. That's not the way to have democratic movement. I must get interested in the politics and also democracy in the country by making it that much easier. This is what I'm saying. That's the reason. And for example, Form 6 is filed. Form 7 is also filed. Form 8 also gets filed. Who will check all the veracities of these? Form 6 in thousands it is coming in only in interested places. Form 7 objection. All these things have to hand in glove. And in Mysore, for example, there were nearly 1,000 epic cards found in the garbage dump. Who is responsible for all these things? Somehow it is possible by talking to Mr. Nilakani and others, for example, Wipro, TCS, all these people can come together and format a particular way of online voting system which will help the country maintain. It will be minute to minute exhibition on the smart boards anywhere and everywhere. It is possible to do it. Only thing is, if anybody wants to manipulate it, they want to have it. See, Form 6, 7, somebody will object. And 8, somebody else will say, no, you don't. That way, you are deleting wholesale. Happened in Bihar, happened in Calcutta, Bengal. All these things are giving a lot of disgusted mind to me. And I'm saying, to hell with democracy. I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to get into all this fuss. Can I have can people have such a mind for democracy? Make it easier for them to do. 31 questions. What a joke.
There are two parts in this one. One is it possible to have online voting for everyone? No idea should be thrown away immediately. Deep study has to be done. I have not done that study, so I will not give any opinion about that. But If it works flawless, we have to consider the infrastructure of the country, how many people would have a smartphone, how many people would have, even a feature phone, how many will be able to give their proofs, verify the OTP, second level, third level. We have to consider that. Where we will have the internet connectivity to do that. So if we go with a complete system and then see how it will work in a big city, small city, remote village with good connectivity, poor education. Census has got all the data. It is not difficult to pick up. I can pick up in an hour. I can give you a sample. And if you do a prototype and then say doability or not, there has to be a possibility study. And then that is done. It is definitely a noble thought. It is definitely a valid thought. But what Election Commission has been doing, they want to implement something for the whole country without having any test, without having any experiment, without having any proof of concept. That is what they have been doing earlier. They get an idea, they want to implement for the whole country together, having only 300 members sitting there in Delhi. And who is to do? And I've gone house to house with the BLOs. And another part is that the verification, the duty of verification is with the BLO. So they make a fake entry telling the BLO verified and take Form 6, Form 7, Form 8. The implementation is the problem. The process laid down appears to be false proof in this case. So we have all this gap mainly, chiefly, one, making the system too complicated. There are 29 duties which are listed under BLO. They can't do it. They don't understand what the duty is. Second, after simplifying, make sure that the duty is given, and when you know that it is not being done, then making it fake. Putting some names and some phone number telling he's the BLO, and when you call them, they abuse me back telling that, okay, who told you I'm a BLO? Your name is there. Name is there. You're not given a name. Real stories. So the problem is not in the written system. The implementation is the problem.
92% of Indians have phones, whether it is Android or whatever it is.
Okay.
But they believe, and they also use smart cards, and they buy ATM cards, and they draw money. When they can believe that much, our democracy, the Election Commission should take care of all those things and help the people to live in peace. And election should not be a pain in the neck of these people, ordinary people.
The only answer will be by checking on the ground. 92% or 29%, we cannot, without checking, without evidence, we cannot say. I feel 92% have got access, but go to some remote villages. Apart from making some plain calls, they're anxious to use it for any other purpose. And also with all the cyber crimes that are having, some people are scared of using it. I am scared of using certain things. I check twice. So when you say, and these elections happen once in a year at the most, once for assembly, once for parliament, once for local body, re-elections. So it is not something that I do day to day. When I'm using it very, very occasionally, that itself is a stress, even for me. Like if I do the banking transactions every day, then I'm comfortable with that. But one odd time, if I have to do that, I'm cautious. I'm confused. It is not the education level. It is not the comfort. It is the comfort comes only with the continuous usage. So we have to consider that also. One odd time you have to fill up. Filling any form is a pain. So this 30 entries in the form, it is a pain because we are doing it occasionally. Anyway, other part of it, in Karnataka, today, the BLOs should start visiting, but they're not come. They're not ready when I talked to you or day before yesterday. But they're supposed to come with a pre-filled enumeration form with the data available and only to verify. We need not be filling in those 31 fields. And also, we should be able to download the enumeration form online and fill in. That is also not available yet. So implementation, there are enough problems. We'll live with that. We'll do our best, work with the system, and hope to improve the system with our contribution.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta.